Here's a basic tip and great reminder for all of us on the journey to losing weight, and that is taking the first step, or remembering how important the first step is. And that's something you might hear a lot, and people might preach that quite a lot if you've listened to or seen anyone else talk about motivation when it comes to losing weight. But there's something about it that it does something to the mind um, and body. When we take that first step, it starts that flame. It starts building the momentum. And there's a lot of different reasons for it. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but and we've all experienced this. If you think in the past of anything that you've done in your life, even if it seems small, if you're making progress towards anything, if you think back, the first thing was taking that first step is what really got the momentum going. And it might seem oversimplified, maybe too simple and too obvious of a principle or an idea about this first step. It might seem a little bit too obvious, but it's something we all miss because at time to time we tend to get distracted with all of the hype and the excitement, which it's good to be excited about where we're heading. And what happens, I know, well, in my experience, I've had, I want to reach this goal. So what I do is I watch a bunch of videos, or I buy a bunch of books or things to get educated on the subject. But I find out later on, I realize that I haven't really taken the first step. It's taken me a while to get to that point because I've been spending all this time reading things, reading up on the subject, buying different things. And so we all can fall into that trap sometimes where we're only focused on buying the new thing, the book to help us, or learning something, or watching the videos. And of course, the education is very important. And buying things, or buying tools or products, things that can help us, that can also be very important. But the point is just to not let that try to avoid forgetting about taking that actual first step, because while all that other stuff can be very important and can get us started and on this journey and help us to move forward, it's important not to lose focus on just taking that first step. And part of that has to do with all the natural tendency to want to do things right the first time. And it is important, it's important to take quality steps, right? To make sure you have everything planned out the best you can before you take the first step. But sometimes, at least with me and many other people feel this way, that there's that fear of not doing it the right way the first time that can prevent you from taking the first step. And I think we all have that fear from time to time. So this is just a reminder that taking the first step, even if it's not perfect, even if it doesn't seem like you're doing that good, or even if it doesn't look that great, that it's important to take that first step, just to get our feet wet, just to get the momentum going. And in turn, instead of relying just on hype, that actual taking the steps actually creates the motivation for us, and we don't have to try as hard to motivate ourselves once we're moving, because it kind of comes automatically as you make progress. So I just thought that was an important tip that has helped me and helps a lot of people. And it's something that, even though it's basic, we can all forget from time to time. So hopefully you found that helpful. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you have a great day.